Hey, it's Michael back from KORONA POS. Marketing is a critical aspect of any business. After all, that's why I'm standing here recording this. Lead generation, customer outreach, social media, content, and so much more go into creating a coherent marketing strategy. All of this is made a whole lot more difficult if you're marketing for a franchise. It's more complicated than a multi-store business because each branch is run by a separate entity, and each of these entities have certain autonomy over their individual locations. Plus, franchisors have to sell both their products and services to the customer and their franchisees. Franchise marketing strategies are more difficult to implement and don't guarantee universal success across all locations. Still, planning to use franchise marketing best practices is absolutely essential for any applicable business. So let's go over some of the common challenges as well as how to build a coherent and successful franchise marketing strategy. Franchise marketing must take into account marketing at a broad corporate level as well as by individual location. What makes franchises unique is the fact that despite having a coherent brand, locations are owned by semi-autonomous entities. Because of this, there may be varieties on how to approach your marketing strategy. These are often based on geography, demographics, competition in the area, franchisee preference, and more. The fact that franchises operate in a way that they do is part of what makes it an exciting business. But it does add some complexity and nuance to the marketing department. There are a number of factors that make franchise marketing much more difficult than marketing for other types of businesses. First are franchisor-franchisee relations. The basic premise of any franchise is that a franchisor sells the rights of its brand to the franchisee. The franchisee can take advantage of the established brand recognition and trust to help bring in more customers quickly. In return, the franchisee must pay a flat fee or commission-based royalties every year. Though there is some level of autonomy for each franchisee, they still must abide by franchisor rules and regulations. This can be contentious when the franchisor or franchisee disagree on certain marketing strategies or brand identity issues. An additional problem comes with certain inherited franchises. Some franchise owners walk into nightmare situations. The past owner of the franchise ran the business into the ground and they're left to pick up the pieces. It's these scenarios that often lead to the contention mentioned a minute ago. A desperate franchisee is unlikely to heed the advice from corporate and may break marketing and branding rules. Shared marketing costs can also add to the stress. Most franchises allocate certain amounts of their marketing budget to a mix of overall brand identity and individual franchisee marketing. The terms of any co-marketing agreement are laid out from the beginning of the relationship. Though a good contract upfront will help, it does make planning marketing a bit more complicated. Finally, franchises deal with multiple levels of marketing and management. A great franchise marketing strategy must serve both the corporate branding interest while also meeting the needs of each individual franchisee. For the franchisor, marketing must cover brand identity, website design and infrastructure, SEO, pay-per-click campaigns, reviews, email marketing, and video marketing, to name a few. For the franchisee, the focus is a bit different and more unique. They'll require a more customized strategy, local SEO, local PPC, and local social media. Now, getting into the actual strategies. No matter which way you slice it, the future of franchise marketing is digital. Now, that's not to say that there are some more traditional forms of marketing out the window. There's still a time and a place for printed media, mailer ads, radio and television, and others. But the shift to more digital advertising is significant nonetheless. Businesses are making more sales and generating more leads through online channels than ever before. And the rate at which it's changing is accelerating. But remember that going digital doesn't mean to ignore local. Franchises heavily rely on this, and it's vital that franchisee marketing must be a local approach. Luckily, with the advancement of digital marketing, it's now easier than ever to combine a local marketing strategy with your digital marketing strategy. More on that in a minute. Now, a great place to start your digital marketing is with search engine marketing and search engine optimization. These are integral aspects of any successful digital marketing venture. The goal of this strategy is to increase your presence on various search engines for keywords that you anticipate your potential customer base might be searching. For instance, a sporting goods store would want to be top search result for the term new tennis equipment. Therefore, they'll create content on their website to try to appear high on search result pages for this term. This helps ensure that their brand is reaching the right eyes. There is a lot that goes into great SEO marketing, so it takes a broad approach. You need to provide value to your readers and strong, unique content. Your website should be fast and well functioning too. All e-commerce stores must have secure logins and payment portals. Keep a consistent web presence across all third-party platforms. And finally, add local SEO strategies when applicable. Get started by improving your landing pages and blog. Landing pages should be targeted to specific high-intent keywords. Your blog can be much broader and target various secondary keywords that are related to your higher intent landing page keywords. With franchises, it's important that the franchisor assist franchisees with content to rank well. You don't want all franchisees to be entirely reliant on the franchisor for all marketing material, but some support is essential. Next, it's more important than ever that a website is fast, great on mobile, and secure. Most small platforms for building a new website provide the basic infrastructure necessary to cover these basics. Once your website starts seeing more traffic, it might require additional security due to increased cyber threats. For franchisors and franchisees, the biggest obstacle in this will likely be merging a CRM system. Customers should be able to log into their account through either the corporate or local website. Finally, keep tabs on your franchisee's local SEO marketing. Again, for franchisees, it's all about the local marketing, and it may take some babysitting. Make sure Google My Business is set up for each. Check your website's layout and structure. Confirm it works well on mobile. Check the security of their payment gateway. Add their listing to any relevant local directories, and set proximity standards. Some franchise owners might not realize how important this all is, so be sure to be there as a consistent resource for whatever they need. Explain why you have the overall marketing strategy that you do, and be patient. Also, be careful to continue to grant your franchisees a certain level of autonomy. After SEO, focus on your social media channels. Social media is a great channel to let your franchisees go wild, within reason. Just keep one thing in mind: consistency. Make sure you have an organized channel for publishing and that all content and branding is the same across each of your social channels. For franchises, this means managing your franchisees' social media accounts as well. It does not mean micromanaging every post. After all, you want each local franchise to express their own store and appeal to their unique demographic of shoppers. But you must be wary of rogue accounts that are not properly representing your brand. Create a social media handbook or guide that becomes part of each onboarding process. Have one main brand page that has affiliate pages for each location. Maintain access to all location accounts from the main corporate account. Use Facebook's Business Manager for Facebook and Instagram, and encourage franchisees to pursue their own media creation and content management. There are also a whole lot of paid marketing opportunities online that franchises should take advantage of. Pay-per-click or PPC advertising is one of the most popular. Search engine ads like Google Ads or Bing Ads are becoming more ubiquitously used among franchises. There are also review and comparison sites. QSRs can advertise through Yelp, for instance, or service-based businesses can create profiles on niche review sites. Either way, most of these will have free options that will increase your brand presence regardless of how much you spend. For individual franchisees, utilize all location-based targeting. This feature helps businesses narrow in on their potential customers with ease, saving a lot of time and money. In addition to all this, there are a few other less common marketing opportunities that franchises should think about. I've focused heavily on the digital end of the marketing spectrum, and while it should be the brunt of your focus too, there are some other options that franchises should consider. First, trade shows. Not every franchise should be thinking about trade shows, but these are still great ways to get your brand out there and network with other professionals in your industry. These are great opportunities to see what the competition is up to, meet new vendors, and gather some ideas on how to innovate your business. Physical mailers are still kind of popular. Though we always try to advocate against waste, there's still a time and a place for physical mail campaigns. Just don't use plastic. Send out a slick or letter for campaigns that are locally targeted. These will primarily apply to your franchisees rather than any corporate franchise marketing efforts. A bit of a hybrid on this list, loyalty programs are another offline sort of marketing tool. And these are especially important for franchises to nail down from the beginning. A lot of franchises set their own pricing, promotions, and benefits, so it's critical that you have a policy in place for any rewards and redemption. You want your customers to be able to redeem benefits or use a gift card at any of your franchise locations. Word of mouth marketing through referrals is still an incredibly valuable endeavor. A referral from a friend or family member is much more likely to convert than any other form of marketing. Incentivize current shoppers with a simple referral program. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular to lead to engagement. Finally, attend local events, especially for local franchisees. Even if you're a national brand, you want to still portray a more local outreach. Look for city events, community outreach, volunteer opportunities, sponsorships, festivals, concerts, fairs, and anything else that will draw a crowd. In the end, make sure you're always assessing and analyzing. As with any marketing campaign, it's important to figure out if it was worth it or not. You should have a good idea of what your investment was, how much it costs to bring in a new shopper, and what your average return on investment was. Once you have these items figured out, it's easy to measure the success of a certain campaign and zero in on what works and what doesn't. Overall, best practices for franchise marketing involve striking a balance between franchisee and franchisor control. Keep in mind that you'll need to bring enough assistance and support to the operation that all franchise owners feel comfortable and well taken care of. At the same time, franchisors must remain more hands-off in certain areas of business. As hard as it might be to avoid micromanaging, a level of trust is important. After all, your franchises are your business partners. Choose them wisely and don't let just anyone become a representative of your brand. Speaking of balances, it's also critical to find a balance between your online and offline marketing strategies. Keep up with the times and take advantage of new resources, but don't forget about more traditional forms of marketing that have worked in the past. All this becomes much easier with the right franchise POS. KORONA POS is built to help franchisors manage their locations and scale, while also streamlining operations for franchisees. Among other benefits, businesses can replicate a proven business model automatically when a new franchise is ready to open. They can customize features to fit each individual franchise. They can implement cross-store loyalty programs. You can add a loyalty program that's custom to your franchise and that calculates rates automatically. And you can use a franchise order portal for inventory management. To learn more about what makes a great franchise point of sale, sign up for a free trial. It's simple to get started, and you can schedule a demo with one of our product specialists whenever is convenient for you. Thanks for watching, and we hope to hear from you soon.